Good afternoon, guys. Welcome back to Fat Cat Collections, and today I want to turn on autofocus. How about that? Today I want to share with you guys a company that goes by the name of Neymar Watches. I've reviewed these watches in the past, and I wanted to come back to them and just kind of do an update on them, re-review them. This is a brand that I consider a micro brand. You will find this brand on eBay and Amazon. I haven't seen it on AliExpress or DHgate, but that's generally where they sell them. So these are homage watches, and if you're not familiar with what a homage watch is, it's basically a watch that's designed to basically copy a more expensive counterpart. So this is Neymar's Submariner Rolex homage. What I like about the Neymars is that, you know, there's kind of that line between if you're going to buy a homage and it's super close to the original, why not just buy a fake, buy the real one, right? So I don't really like fake watches because I just feels like there's, again, I'm not hating on anybody who wants to wear one. I have them, you know, I do wear them once in a while, but to me, I just always feel better when I'm wearing something authentic. This gives you the Rolex look, but gives you kind of its own, they do their own thing with it. What I like about this brand is that the quality is just there. And what I like about it too is that they're a little bit beefier, they're a little thicker. And so when you're wearing this, it just gives you a little bit more wrist presence. It's really odd when I see other guys wearing watches like on TV, where you look at guys where they're pretty big dudes and they'll wear a Submariner and the watch looks huge on them. And I'm like, man, I'm not like a big guy. And that watch does not look that big on me. So it's amazing how just the size of your wrist really makes all the difference. It really makes the watch. You can have a guy who weighs, like one of these dudes I saw on TV weighs like 270 pounds, and he had a Submariner on his wrist, and I was like, holy shit, that thing looks huge. And I was like, you know, getting close to the TV, like, what is that? And sure enough, it's a Submariner, and I look at mine, and I'm like, man, that does not look that big. So a ½ inch on the wrist makes all the difference, you know. Even if you have, you know, a lot, you know, bigger forearms or bigger hands, it's incredible how it just makes the watch look bigger. So what I do like for me, I have a 7-inch wrist, not a huge wrist, but it makes a difference. I like the fact that it's a little bit thicker than your traditional Submariner. They also make I have 3 different watches by Neymar I just wanted to share with you guys. They also have these are available in a whole bunch of different colors. This is their Tudor Black Bay homage, which is pretty cool. This watch originally I had this watch in which I ended up selling. I had this watch in a rose tone and silver. I just did not like the color combination. That I just felt like I never wore it. And so I got this one instead. This is kind of a traditional black bay color you'll find on the Tudor watches, which I think to me, sometimes a brand will come out with kind of a unique color. And there's nothing really super unique about this. It's a black face with a, you know, almost like a raspberry bezel. But I don't know, just you don't see a lot of other brands with this color combination. I haven't seen a raspberry bezel really anywhere other than Tudor. And so I like the fact that this particular color, because that is such a popular color with the Tudor Black Bay, that I got this one. And after I got this color, I wear it all the time now. So I really like it. It's just amazing how a specific color on a watch can really make all the difference. So absolutely love it. Very cool watch. These are all automatics. I believe these are Seiko NH35s, but don't quote me on that because I don't have the spec sheet in front of me. Here's another one here. This has got that just awesome royal blue color with that black bezel. I believe these are ceramic bezels. On the Black Bay, it's aluminum. And I will tell you that although it looks really cool, there is something really neat about a ceramic bezel and how glossy it is. I think it really makes all the difference in how a watch face looks. Again, as much as I like this Tudor Black Bay, and I know that probably the original Tudor Black Bay probably has an aluminum bezel as well. It's probably why they did that. Still looks really cool, but it's such a cool glossy look to it. Now these are, I believe both these are sort of domed crystals. They're slight. You see a size difference there. They're just incredible watches. The company also sent me a 38mm version. That was their 5-year battery version. Being that I already had black on black, and my dad, you know, doesn't have tons of watches. He's got a couple. I figured it was a nice gift for him. I already had plenty of them, so I gifted that to him. And it was a 38, so it was a little bit smaller than I like. He loves it. He wears that watch every single day. Sanding, woodworking, lawn mowing, whatever he's doing, he wears it. It's all scratched up. it takes a licking and keeps on ticking. Where have you heard that before? So incredible brand, still in the same battery. These three are automatics. They do have helium release valves on the sides, which is pretty cool. It's a diving feature. Nothing I'm ever going to use. As far as rating, they rate this at 3,300 feet, which is pretty incredible. And it says here, just like Rolex, I believe I think on their deep sea, it says, you probably can't see on the inside, it says helium escape valve, and then 547 fathoms. To be honest with you, I never even noticed that. Pretty cool. It says just professional, water resistant, automatic. It's a great watch. I mean, 316 stainless steel. I like that they didn't copy Rolex with the glide lock style clasp. Pagani does that. Doesn't really make much of a difference to me. I find this a lot easier to take off than the Pagani. The Pagani, sometimes depending on which one you get, I have a hard time getting that off. So I actually have to use a little plastic kind of pry bar to snap it off, or the end of my knife. I know, don't scratch it, but I really like the dual push button deploying clasp. Very easy. And you don't have that lock. I mean, it's not coming off your wrist. So let me go ahead and throw in the wrist. Now, I think these are the best color combinations of any of the Pagani or the Neymars. The blue, I wore this one yesterday. I always come back to these. It's just a killer look. I mean, the black and blue, that royal blue finish really pops. And what I like about this too, and honestly, Aragon needs to take some advice. I cannot stand the Aragon watches. Their lume on those, they all have a greenish tint to them. And I don't care how much better the lume may or may not be. The lume on this is pretty good. I like the fact it's a bright white. That greenish yellow, the standard glow-in-the-dark kind of color you'd see on like toys from the 80s. I just don't like the way that looks. With this, it's a nice, clean, white design. And honestly, I don't know why they use that on those watches, because I have like the Aqua Dive, and that has the best lume of anything I have. Steel Dive's pretty close, and they don't look like that, and so you can use a different type of luminescence. This has just got the best of both worlds. It's just absolutely clean. Again, the black and gold, an awesome color combination. Owning this watch is the reason why I haven't picked up any other brand black and gold watches. I mean, the only thing I don't like about Neymar is the name. I just feel like sometimes these brands, they create watches with names that, I don't like it when there's a confusion when it comes to search for stuff. So Neymar, I guess, I think he's a soccer player, I think. And so when you hear Neymar, that's what people associate with this watch all the time, Neymar. And so I really don't understand the connection. I think that if you're going to have anything that could be related to something else, have it be dive related, have it be, ocean related, not a soccer player. So bad on them, terrible name in my opinion. But it doesn't mean that the watch, the watch is incredible. A lot of times, when I wear something, I don't buy it solely based on the name. Not a big deal. I just think for branding purposes, dive watch, ocean related, I think that, I like when you hear names like Kraken and Aqua Dive and, what else, like Oceaniva. There's a bunch of different things they could have done differently as far as a name. But nonetheless, even if you're going to make the Black Bay, right? Call it Black Bay. Call it Red Bay. Call it Bay. Call it Bay Bay Bay. Just the branding on that is the only thing I don't like about it. Because everything else about the watch is incredible. I'm not going to read off everything. It is a spec monster, and generally when I say that, what do you get with a spec monster? 316 stainless. These are the big ones that all the the watch snobs need to have, right? It's really meaningless. I mean, I've never scratched a K1, Cristerna, Flame Fusion. It's all good. But if we want to look at specs, sapphire crystal, Seiko inch 35 movement, 316 stainless steel, locking crown, screw down locking crown, and of course, you might consider the helium release valve. Nice turning bezel, and of course the ceramic bezel. So just an awesome watch. I mean, all joking aside, all the things people may or may not like about something. I mean, you really can't say anything negative about this watch. Price on these, again, it depends. I'll link to Amazon. That's where you're going to be able to buy these. Price depends. I've seen them as low as like $150 for like the Black Bay. I've seen them upwards of like $250-ish. So not for me, I got these for free, or as payment. So look at the black. Ooh, I mean, that's just clean, just a clean watch. It just makes me laugh. I just don't know why anybody would feel the need to buy a watch that costs more than this. I mean, it is just absolutely stunning. Now, I know Invicta guys are gonna hate me for this, but when I look at watches like this that are Submariner style homage watches, right, or Black Bay watches, my go-to is not Invicta. Okay, the Pro Diver is a fantastic watch. It's a fantastic value. But when I compare watches like this to the Pro Diver, the quality is still there. But the difference is with that ceramic bezel, to me, in the overall look of the watch, make a difference. Invicta will use on their Pro Diver generally, and I don't know, maybe some of them don't, but a lot of the ones that I've seen, I've been looking for a Batman, which somebody help me with this. I don't know why they call the Batman, why it's blue and black. Why they refer to that as, I would call that the Bruise, right? I don't know why you'd call that a Batman, because to me, I thought Batman's colors were yellow and black. So, I don't know. For some of you Comic-Con gurus out there, you comic book maniacs, educate me please on this, because I just don't understand why the blue and black. But anyway, I don't know what it is about that color combination, the blue and black. I've been kind of drawn to it lately, and so I've been looking at a couple of homage watches. And Invicta has a sale right now. You get the blue and black with I think like 59 bucks. If you spend 100 bucks, you get 29% off. I'll put a link in the description to that as well. But I don't know. There's a difference there. That's one reason why when I bought my last, I wanted a gold Submariner style watch. I bought the Pagani, and just because the Pagani had that nicer bezel insert, and the bezel insert was actually kind of grooved, the numbers were actually engraved, as opposed to just being like pressed on or printed on. It does make a difference in the look of the watch. Now, you may prefer the aluminum. Again, this is aluminum, and it still looks great. But to me, there's just a richness when it comes to having that even if it's not, I don't know if it's ceramic or not, but if it's a faux ceramic on some watches, the Pagani, I believe, is ceramic, but it just has a depth to it, a gloss to it, that you can't get with the aluminum. This is just a different look, and it's really just personal preference. That's why I opt to go with the Pagani. I think that I probably won't be adding a Pro Diver to my collection again, unless it's a Seawolf. And they do have a Seawolf right now for 88 bucks that's got on a Jubilee bracelet. I have one in the orange and blue. It's incredible. It's more of a Captain Willard style case. Gorgeous watch. They have like a kind of a black with like a couple teal indices, like 88 bucks. It's incredible. And I like that watch a lot. But as far as just a regular Pro Diver, there's so many options out there and so many new brands popping up. I mean, Steel Dive, no, I can't think of any. Steel Dive, Tactical Frog, you name it, they're all over the place. And the price point on them is about 80 bucks. And really, 80 bucks is an incredible value. The only downside I found with some of the homage watches, like Pagani, is that you're limited to that 40 millimeter. And I do prefer a 42, whereas the Invictas, they still have the 40s, but a lot of times you'll find the 42s in the Pro Divers, which to me is just a better size, you know. I just feel like the 40 is just a little small for my liking. I really don't like to go under 42, but nonetheless, I mean, the next one is probably going to be a Pagani Design, Batman. It's got so many cool reviews, I just have to have it. Now, if it was on a Jubilee style bracelet or a Oyster style bracelet like this, I wouldn't get it. It amazes me that they even have a name, that Rolex even has a name for that bracelet, because to me, that's just a standard run-of-the-mill bracelet. It doesn't look any different than anything else. The Jubilee bracelet does actually, it is its own thing. You know, when you see it, you know, oh, that's a Jubilee bracelet. I totally get that. But these, they look like every other bracelet on every other watch, before Rolex and after Rolex. So I'll never get it. But it's still clean, don't get me wrong. It's basic, it's simple. But I do want to add that one to the collection. So stay tuned for that review. I'll probably order that today. They have their 11/11 sale. You get it for, I think, 76 bucks shipped. Pretty good, right? You only got to wait like a month for it. But you want to pay $30 more, you get it on Amazon, but I'm not willing to. That's almost, you know, another watch. So Anyway, guys, I hope you liked the video. I appreciate taking time to learn a little bit more about Neymar. I'll link to these in the description where you can just read more about it. I know I didn't give you all the specs and let you really look at that, but I'd rather just go to the website, go to the Amazon store, check it out. If you make a purchase, let me know. I'd love to hear about it when you guys pick up new watches for your collection. But Neymar is definitely a heavy hitter when it comes to awesome Submariner homage style watches, Black Bay, Tudor watches with exceptional quality. I mean, again, when you look at these, if you've owned, a lot of times, well, us Invicta collectors, I'm always looking to, unless it's something that I kind of use Invicta for exceptional value, but also if I'm going to get a watch from Invicta, I really want to be what Invicta does best, and that's really over-the-top, unique timepieces. When there's something like that, that's when I want to get Invicta. When it's more of like the copies, the homage watches, there are so many other brands, and I like to have a little bit of variety in the collection and really, do these videos and let you guys see what you get for your money across brands. And really, most of them are pretty similar across the board. So that's it, guys. Appreciate you watching. Let me know if you have any questions. Drop me a comment, drop me an email. As always, guys, have a wonderful day. Subscribe to the channel, and take care.